have talked many times over the years, but we've never talked in front of a multi-story MYCOM booth at MWC.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Definitely, we've had a fantastic year, a lot of growth after the integration of MYCOM OSI, and we are very happy to be here at the Mobile World Congress, with a big presence.
Can you tell me what you think of the buzz this year at the show and what's hot from your perspective?
Well, as expected before we came here, I think the key trend is around the new digital economy and all the new digital services powered by the Internet of Things, and the operators, the communication service providers, figuring out the role that they want to play in this value chain. 5G, of course, everyone is talking about the evolution towards 5G and what this new technology will enable. And we see also two other trends that are connected to this is the move towards virtualization and how the networks will move to the cloud and what they will enable in terms of cost reductions and new possibilities for new services creation, and the big data and how to use that mass of big data to create value.
What about in terms of 5G?
Well, Mike, 5G right now is not much about the technology itself as much as it is about the requirements and the services it has to enable. Because 5G right now, the way I see it, has to enable all these real-time services of the new digital economy and the digital life. And for that, I see two key requirements for 5G. One is ultra-low latency, and second is ultra-high availability. When you want to connect services related to the health, to the transport, to the defense, you need to have really a real-time, flawless real-time behavior and ultra-high availability. And these are the foundational requirements for 5G. And we at MYCOM OSI have recently announced that we've joined the UK's funded 5G initiative that is researching this new technology and defining the requirements and the roadmap for it. And we are very happy to put our technology, our platforms, and our know-how at contribution to really help developing this new technology.
Now, in terms of your product portfolio and strategy, can you tell me where that's heading?
Well, MYCOM OSI core business has been in the service assurance space. So the first thing that we are doing right now is evolving our product portfolio around service assurance to ensure that seamless integration between the network, the service, and the customer layers that enables our customers to focus on customer experience and have ways to ensure always that this customer experience is optimized. The other key element is that we are seeing, as I mentioned, more and more requirements for real-time management and real-time processing of the information. So we are moving towards collapsing the traditional boundaries that have existed between performance management and fault management, and we are bringing all this together into real-time unified service assurance that we see as being delivered as a service in the cloud. So we're really taking that approach with our portfolio, which is very promising and will enable massive opportunities to our customers. In addition to that, in this show, we have made two new announcements. On the one hand, we've launched a new analytics offering that will transform the way our customers today operate and plan their network. And we've launched also an automation and orchestration offering that promises to, again, bring massive benefits, both in terms of the cost reductions as well as enabling very complex and value-added business use cases.
The automation sounds very interesting. Can you give me another level of detail on that, please?
Well, automation is around two areas, covers two areas. First of all, it's closed-loop automation that acts on the mass of information that we hold in our platforms that will, in real time, analyze the information, detect issues, resolve these or identify solutions, and then go all the way to injecting them into the network. So it will enable ultimately unmanned network or service operations center, and it will enable the fulfillment of our vision for a self-optimized customer experience. Now, in the longer term, this will also become the engine for the orchestration of NFV networks.
How deep does the analytics piece go?
Yes, so we've announced also in this show a new analytics offering. Analytics is a lot about hype right now. If you take the hype cycle, it's a lot of hype, but few practical use cases that really really deliver tangible benefits. At the same time, if you look at the landscape right now, you could see a big divide, a big gap between the big data that is mostly addressing marketing use cases and the network. And what we are doing right now, we are leveraging our know-how to bridge that gap. So we developed and we launched a new analytics offering that has a unique technology that discovers business, customer, and financial data and maps it dynamically and in real time with the network information to enable very powerful use cases such as value-based CapEx planning, value-based capacity planning, and customer profile-driven service design. So this allows basically to take the big data, to plug it into the network operations and planning, and allow the operators to derive immediate tangible benefits. So we're taking it from the hype to the enlightenment and to the practical use cases.
Mounir, one last question. What's the MYCOM OSI value proposition around NFV?
Network functions virtualization and the move towards the cloud is a major trend that will materialize over the next 2 to 5 years. And that promises two key benefits. One is massive cost reduction because you're moving from proprietary hardware and a very complex network to standard IT platforms basically in the cloud. And the second thing, it promises service agility, i.e. communication service providers will have the ability to launch services much faster. But not only this, will be able to craft these services to match exact experiences that the users are expecting in specific contexts and locations. And one of the key areas that we are addressing in terms of NFV is really the orchestration. Orchestration is all about scaling the network resources up and down and reconfiguring the network depending on what is required by the users. And what the key requirement here that we are working on is to make this process quality of service driven. And we are right now leveraging our know-how, our portfolio to deliver a service orchestration expertise and service orchestration product offering that will not only basically scale the resources, but it will provide all the insight around the customer experience and the quality of service, and will make sure that the orchestrators will act really towards maximizing this quality of service. It's a very complex issue. It requires a lot of partnerships, and we are talking to a lot of the partners in the ecosystem to really bring this to the market. But it will be a key requirement for the success of the NFV introduction.
Thanks very much. Great to see you again here.
Thank you, Mike.